What's going on, CrossFit Federal Way? It is a Wednesday, and Christmas is in 2 days. That's nuts. Anyway, with that, guys, we did an open workout yesterday. We are doing an open workout again today. You'll find that open workouts all kind of feel the same, and by feel the same, I mean they hurt really bad. They're supposed to. A lot of our workouts are supposed to hurt, but yet we find satisfaction in that, and we think that's fun. We have a weird definition of fun around these parts, but you know what? I'm okay with that. People might think we're crazy, but I'll just tell people a little crazy is healthy. So with that, guys, let's talk about what our workout is today. Pretty simple. We're doing open workout 17.5. So the last workout of the open from 2017. This one is 10 rounds. You heard me, 10 rounds of 35 double unders, 9 thrusters with a 95-pound barbell for men, 65-pound barbell for the ladies. And this is done 4 times. So it's not an AMRAP. You don't get a slack off and only do 6 rounds of the 10 rounds. You have to do all 10. Now, the thing with this is not everyone has a barbell, and I understand that. The thrusters in this workout can be done with dumbbells. They can be done with kettlebells. They can be done single arm. They can be done with both. It doesn't matter what you have. Use what you've got. Do the best with what you have. What I would say for this workout, based on the time domain and what's expected of the athlete, we're not going to double the reps of thrusters if you have 1 dumbbell or 1 kettlebell. What I want you to do is split that up as best you can between right and left. I know 9 reps every round is not an even distribution between right and left, but do your best. If you want to go, I'm going to go all right on 1 round. I'm going to do all left on the next round and do it that way. The reason being is I want you to find similar time domains so that way we get similar stimulus. Even if I'm not taxing both shoulders at the same time, it's totally okay to just do the best with what we have. So if you have a single dumbbell, if you have a single kettlebell and you don't have 2 of the same weight, just do one side instead of, again, doubling reps and figuring all that stuff and making it more convoluted than it has to be. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the standards on these. I know you know double unders. We've talked about that a lot. I'll cover it again today, and then we'll talk about the thruster as well. So, starting with double unders. So that is what this workout starts with. If you don't have double unders, I forget what the scaled version of this workout was, but I'm pretty sure that it was a 2-to-1 ratio on single unders, I think. It might have only been 50 singles. I would have to look. If you want to know what they scaled 17.5 for, go to the Games website, just games.crossfit.com, and you can look up all the old open workouts. Off the top of my head, I forget what their scaled version was, but if you don't have double unders, they will have a scale option. It's probably single unders, and it's probably, again, between 50 and 70 reps. In fact, Jamie might be looking it up right now, so I might have that for you in just a second. But with that, guys, when we talk about doing double unders, if you have them already and you want to be more efficient, or if you're already efficient, then you can skip this part of the briefing. But position of my arms is really important. We really want to make sure that we're getting wrist rotation on this. Best way to do that, relax your shoulders down and back as much as you can while you're jumping. They won't be 100% relaxed. Just relax them as much as you can. Elbows are going to be bent. So I'm also going to tuck my elbows in close to the sides of my body, and my hands are going to be in the frontal plane of my body. So if I'm looking straight ahead and I wiggle my fingers, I can see my fingers moving in my peripheral vision. If I can't see my fingers, my hands are too far back. If I really can't see my fingers and I'm reaching backwards, I'm probably going to trip on my toes all the time. And the reason why we want to keep hands in is if you look at the relation of the jump rope and my feet, if my arms are in nice and close, and my hands are a little bit forward, lots of slack is on the floor. If I were to tighten my shoulders, death grip my jump rope, and send my arms out, I'm going to trip on that rope every single time. And it doesn't take that long or that much deviation to really create a good opportunity to either catch a heel, catch a toe, catch the top of your foot, whip yourself in the back of the head, whatever it might be. So maybe the back of the head one's just me, but that happens to me all the time. But anyway, from here, the jump should be a rebound off your toes only, meaning that when I'm jumping with a jump rope, I'm nice and straight up and down, and I'm just rebounding off my toes. I'm not piking, I'm not donkey kicking, I'm not doing any other things that people do to try to get their feet higher off the ground. Higher off the ground means you need more hang time. If I've got 2 rotations, that rope is going to do, I need to give myself plenty of time in the air so I can get both those rotations. If I'm doing a single under and I can stay real close to the ground, Gold is a really great example. If you've ever seen Gold do her single unders, she kills it all the time on her single, super fast. But her jump on her single is not going to be high enough to get a double under. So if my single under jump is really low to the ground and I go for a double under, well, I got one. Oops. But if I'm really low to the ground and I go for a double under at a normal rate that I would normally do my doubles, I'm going to catch my rope every time because I don't have enough hang time. So if this is my single under jump, pay attention to the height difference. I'm going from singles to doubles. Got a few. Anyway, hopefully that's enough to give you a good visual representation. Here's my single under jump. Here's my double under jump. Body position doesn't change. The height of my jump does. That means it's more effort into rebounding off the ground every time. Again, focus on relaxing those shoulders. Focus on staying controlled. Don't hold your breath. Don't put more energy into it than you need to. The lack of energy use is what makes them more efficient, and where you get athletes that can do 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 double unders unbroken. To you, that sounds crazy. It's not that crazy. I've watched someone do 1100 unbroken. So, yeah, with those things being possible, do you think someone who can do that many is cutting corners or doing anything that's going to make things inefficient? Absolutely not. They've got that thing dialed so much to the point where they don't think about them anymore, and chances are for that athlete, double unders in a workout is a rest. Not saying that we should feel like it's a rest every time, but in the long run, that might be a goal, is to make double unders be so second nature that you don't think about it. It's just a thing to do in the middle of the workout. So with that, we've got 35 double unders. We then go to a thruster with 95 pounds. The thruster, again, is going to be a combination of a front squat and a push press. Has to be one smooth motion. I can't front squat, pause, push press, and call it a thruster. That barbell has to keep moving continuously through the whole rep. Now, breathing is really important on thrusters. When we talk about things that limit people, people hold their breath on thrusters all the time. Or they don't have a good rhythm or know when to breathe. What I'm going to recommend, hold your breath on the way down. You might be able to breathe out on the way up, but take a deep breath at the top when that bar is locked out overhead. Arms are up overhead, lungs are nice and open. You can get more air in on those big breaths, but that's going to be, if you can time your thrusters right, that's probably going to be the most optimal place to take a deep breath and continue getting as much oxygen into your body as possible. So with the thruster, the first rep can be a squat clean into that thruster, and working on big breath at the top, making sure I'm hitting full extension. Arms are straight up and down. I'm not ending with that press out in front and calling this a good thruster, where that bar's out in front and I feel like I'm doing the thing, but I'm not. If I can't hang out here at the top, I'm not in a good finish position. So, standards on the thruster, full extension, lockout at the top, arms are straight up and down. For the squat itself, hip crease goes below the top of the knee, just like any other squat that we do. So that's our standards for our movements today. Let's take it back to the board and talk here one more time.
It's 1 to 1, by the way.
Is it? Okay, Jamie just informed me, 1 to 1 ratio on singles. 35 singles, and is it still thrusters? I'll have that answer in a second. In fact, we'll put the scaled version up.
The scale, it is thrusters. The scale weight for men is 65 pounds, and for women it is 45 pounds.
Nice. You said 65 for men?
Yep.
65, 45?
Yep.
So if you're looking for a scaled version, because every year, if you haven't done the open before, and I know some of our athletes haven't, they have an RX version and a scaled version that they release, and you can do either and post a score. So the scaled version of 17.5 is still 10 rounds. It's still 35 and 9 for our rep scheme. So 35 single unders, it's a 1 to 1 ratio. 9 thrusters. The weight on the bar for guys, if it's scaled, is 65 pounds. The weight on the bar for ladies, if it's scaled, is 45. So again, 10 rounds. This is one where you don't want to start off too hot. Just like yesterday's workout with the burpees and snatches, when we talk about pacing, this is one where you want to consider pace too. You want to be aggressive. You want to attack this workout, but maybe you're going at like 80, 85% and trying to hang on there rather than going balls to the wall, all out, give it everything you got, and then blowing up 3 rounds into the workout. So with that, guys, again, double unders and thrusters. I know if you're like me, everyone loves thrusters. Definitely my least favorite movement, but definitely something that's super important from an overall stimulus standpoint and what we're trying to do in terms of building better athletes and making us stronger, faster, and better every day. So with that, guys, 10 rounds. Have fun with this one. Attack it, but be smart about how you do that. And with that, let's get after it.